In recap, last session the party decided to investigate the tunnel that Abbott had found and went down inside. Uh, the horrible smell and the slick conditions and the booby traps uh, seemed to almost dissuade the party, but they pressed on until they found a rough hewn tunnel that did not match the shaped stone construction that they had previously been walking in. Taking this new tunnel, they unlocked a gate and found a interesting crossbow mounted as another booby trap. Taking this for their inventory as well as exchanging some personal items around, they continued down the tunnel until they found a spiral staircase leading upwards. The party formed a line with Abbott in front and Finn behind, and I don't believe we established the rest.
I'm in the middle.
You're in the middle. You're muted, Chris.
All right, I will never get used to that. I am towards you.
And as they climbed the staircase, they found like this discolored uh, square shape in the ceiling, and Abbott lifted on it, slid it to the side after uh, Finn cast silence, and Abbott looked around it and saw a bunch of crates, and that's where we immediately pick up. So, Abbott, you look around from your little vantage point, and you I gotta pick the right one here. And you see dozens and dozens of crates and barrels, all seeming to be made of, wood with, the typical iron banding. You look to your right, and there appears to be like a a platform attached to ropes that are anchored to the ceiling, and on either side are two winch looking like devices and that lead to an upper level with two stairs on either side.
Alright, that's the way we can get out of here, it looks like. Potentially. Do I see any other stairs or any other exits?
If you're trying to say that to...
No, we're in silence right now.
Right. As you look further around from directly where you are with just your head above the floor, you do see, like on the upper level, a what looks like a closed off room. You can see a window and a closed door. You can't really see any details from the window from your current vantage point. If you wanted to see more, you'd have to get up and look around.
Alright, I will very carefully, I guess quietly is kind of out the window, but I will climb up very carefully and keep an eye out for any movement or anybody else being in this place.
Okay.
And I'll try to make sure that there's no weird, like, I can't imagine somebody would put because this seems like a inlet, like we're coming out of the inn, basically. So I can't imagine somebody would trap this to set off some type of thing when they're using it to move through.
Okay. So you take those few last steps to get of the the ground, and you look around and you see the tile that you picked up and lifted. It matches the floor that you're currently standing on perfectly, but whereas the rest of the floor feels, at least to your feet, like stone, it looks like the covering was like some kind of wood that was just expertly painted to match the floor.
Oh, that's impressive. That's some quality workmanship there. All right.
let's see.
But nobody's taking notice of me, and I don't notice anybody.
Perception check.
Cool. 10 total.
Well, as you look around, you don't see any people, but what you
And
do
that is
see.
with a really good perception check, by the way.
What you do see. Oops. Is this?
It's a room. No, better. It's a picture or a diagram of a room.
I can't believe we did this and we didn't go get anybody. We're so screwed.
Now, from your new vantage point, looking around, you can see that you are in a what appears to be some kind of warehouse with two distinct levels. There's the level that you're on right now, and there's an upper floor where there appears to be more crates and barrels similar to the ones around you. You look to the top of the map where the two red boxes are.
Yeah, up here.
Yeah. You see two heavy oak doors that are closed, and judging by how the light is cut off in certain sections, it looks like it's barred from the outside. The blue squares, they represent windows that are up on the second level. They appear to be, the kind of smaller windows that you would see in a basement. Or in the upper levels of warehouse. The point of them is just to allow natural light in, not necessarily to be pretty.
Yeah. Cool. All right, I'm gonna signal that the coast appears to be clear, and I will keep my bow. Actually, I'm gonna keep that crossbow ready. No, I'll keep the bow at the ready. My regular bow.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pop up out of the hole, and I'll go ahead, move to the other stairs to see if I can see anybody over there.
I'm
as you're
assuming that
walking,
this railing up here is like a half rail.
yes, this railing would be considered a half rail. You could jump off of it if you wanted to jump down to the floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
We do really good with that stuff.
And then this is a platform that seems to be connected to the roof and then connected to these devices.
Can we
Kinda
see
like
under this mezzanine?
What is everyone else doing now that you've seen Finn and Abbott pop up?
Not hop up.
Because you also can't hear.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast mage armor on myself.
Well done. Well played.
I never do that.
Come on, Finn and I going into places never ends really, really horribly badly. Ever.
I will slowly
Ignoring a couple of times.
look around as well. Then, because they said it was safe, I would make my way all the way out.
Okay. Yeah.
No, he couldn't say it was safe. He motioned.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did mention that it seemed clear.
I would say Zaris comes up next. You see this red-skinned tiefling look around, and climb out silently out of the hole to there. And then Rena, of course, would follow. Just following the group. Lucas wouldn't leave Zaris alone. Question is. Okay.
I'll follow. I was about to say, if everybody else is gonna leave, I guess I'll go.
With mage armor.
With mage armor.
That's AC 13 now,
So I guess
right?
I'm gonna back. Well, I always forget to cast mage armor. I'm amazed I haven't died.
It's okay. I do the same thing with bark skin.
You're like the only one so far who hasn't gone down in a fight, surprisingly.
I'm a scared little halfling.
And now that you cast mage armor, you have doomed yourself.
Yep, probably.
Okay.
So since we're kind of all up out of the hole, I'm going to awaken mind over to Trim, because she's within my 30 feet to do that, and tell her I'm going to scout forward towards the doors. So I'll go ahead and move around to the
Are you taking the silence with you?
Yes, he's carrying the spear.
Okay.
to the other let's see, how do you do the little pinpoint thing?
Yes, like
Push it
yeah.
hold.
I don't see it doing anything.
You got to push and hold the left.
hold it down.
There we go.
When you click,
Over
hold
there.
down the button.
So moving 35 forward. Yeah, it should get me out here.
Hey, bud.
Everybody's clicking. Ian, can you move Finn as a character?
If you hover over your person, it should give you your directionals, and then you just click and hold and move him around.
I cannot do that.
I guess not.
All right, hold on.
I don't
gotta-
think you need permission of moving yet.
See. I know there's a way to do this.
Yeah, you just got to click on the token.
Players' journals can be edited and controlled by. Okay, Abbott should be able to move.
I can.
Yeah. Okay. All
I
right.
don't know what the red, the green, and the blue mean, but.
Let's see. Let's just go ahead. I'm just gonna make everything all players. Please don't abuse that.
I would never end poorly. That's just my
To
name.
abuse everything.
David, the red and green are
Oh,
basically
cool.
like things that you
Oh,
can
freaking
like
things.
HP and HP.
Not bad things, I promise. We're not abusing this already.
I didn't understand any of that, Chris.
I was trying to tell David that the red, blue, and green circles when you click on the icon is basically just ways that you can put numbers in. Like if you want to put your HP in one or your
I
AC.
think there was a hear me. Like, I legit think I heard somebody say hear me. I think it was Chris.
I give up.
The only picture that has the movement thing is Abbott.
Yeah. Crap. I thought I had this set for everybody. Crap.
No, probably
Oh
only on
no, everybody can move me.
each individual one to do it.
Oh, I only have 32 hit points. Alright, cool.
You have 32 hit points?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what happened. I thought I had this rigged up for the other page. I guess you have to do it by each page individually.
Yes, you do.
Crap, that sucks.
And unless like there's a way to do
Okay,
it.
I'm assuming blue is defense.
I don't know.
All right, see if anyone can move around Rena, the MC Hammer.
Nope.
Oh, what's that? Nope, that's how I pan. Never mind.
Sorry. Anyway, where does everyone want to go?
I'll just
I would like to check out the chair, or, I was gonna try this. There's so many things. Is that a ninja?
Well, I'm moving
Okay.
to the right hand against the wall here. Yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to peek around the boxes to that side.
You get a better look at these heavy doors. They're about 10 feet tall. They have they seem to be made from heavy wood. Just from a glance, they seem to be made from heavy wood. And this is early morning, so as the light streams in through the windows and like hits against this door, you can tell that there's some barring that goes across it from the outside.
These boxes, are they wooden boxes or are they crates to carry animals? Or
Looking at these boxes, they appear to be shipping crates. You don't see any cages.
do we see any air holes, like if something alive was in them?
All right, taking an investigation check.
While he's
Well-
doing that, I'm going to turn to Trim and say, Trim, do you have anything that belongs to any of your family members that maybe they were carrying on them for a good bit before passing it to you?
That would be a wonderful thing to have, wouldn't it?
Investigation
not-
was 17.
Huh?
Not that I wrote into any of my backstory.
That's a bummer.
I actually
Yeah.
have backstory in investigating things, and I do not have that as a base skill. So, whoops. A very good perception, just not investigation.
Did you get the investigation?
Okay, so at 17 investigation, going through this, like we'll say that if you want to start, because this is a giant pile of boxes. Getting through this one, you don't see anyone with air holes in them.
Okay.
Okay, what does everyone else do in that time while he's going through?
He said he doesn't.
I am going to double check and make sure, and basically try to sneak up these stairs up to like here, and then check out this window, and then check this door. I want to try making sure that like I don't creak my way up here.
Okay, you make a stealth. What did you want to do, Christopher?
Asking, you said that Ian didn't see any holes or anything like that?
Out of this pile.
Okay.
Can y'all hear Chris?
Huh?
Yeah, we can hear Chris.
I'm going to wild shape into a wolf. And because I have both keen hearing,
Okay.
I'm going to just sniff around the room and see what I pick up, as well as staying near all the different piles of crates and seeing if I hear anything like shuffling inside.
Okay, and that would be a perception check. I get if you're trying to listen.
Yeah, it says in the stuff for the wolf that I can do perception for both smell and hearing.
Okay, that sounds good.
So let me go ahead and roll this real quick. That is
And natural 20? Okay. All right. And what did you get for your stealth check, David?
I got 16 total.
Okay.
12 plus
Quietly
4.
sneak up the stairs, and no one paying attention to you. If for the people that weren't paying attention to you, they have no idea that you're now up the stairs, and the people that were only, saw you do it. They didn't hear you. There was no creaks. All right. Let's see. As you shape into a wolf, Lucas gives like a, yep. Lucas gives a, why am I blanking? He gives a approving nod.
Thumbs up.
Yep. Is Trim doing anything during this sniff?
I'm going to follow Finn.
Okay. Boop. All right. With Chris's nat 20, as far as smells, there's smells of living things all over the place. This is definitely a frequented area. but when it comes to hearing, you get to about right here.
Hold on 1 second. I get to about where? Oh, okay.
Yeah, again, I apologize. I did not realize you had to do it page by page.
It's fine. Good tip I learned is whenever you design the map for the campaigns, you're putting the tokens there. Just go do it right then, because we don't have to be logged on. So you can just click each token, go to the settings, and hit controlled by whoever.
Yeah.
That way it's already all set.
Oh, no, wait. I have to designate you guys as tokens because you guys are all set up. But, okay. Yeah, that's what I did wrong
I'm
last
set
time.
up as a token.
Oh, I thought we were just automatically tokens.
No.
Nope. I have a edit token. If I click on my guy and click the little settings.
Yeah,
So I
okay.
assumed that everybody was a token.
Everyone pick your picture and then put your name on the appropriate one.
What do you mean?
Okay. For example, I'm going to click on Zaris with a right click, go to edit.
I can't even click on it.
You can't even click on it?
Nope.
All right. Well,
you get something now. I have control over it.
Yep. All right. Here we go. Fixing it now. I forgot to do this. This last key step. All right. Please do not abuse this. Who am I editing right now? I'm editing Lucas.
Abusing so much.
Okay.
So much
all right. Everyone's set up. Can everyone do like one test shuffle?
Yep. I'm good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So in wolf form, you get to this crate, and with that natural 20, you think you hear very, very shallow breathing coming from the interior.
Okay. Let's see here. I mean, where is Trim at?
Trim's
over here
by me.
Over there.
Am I going to? Would I know that's where she's at? Would I know that she would have left the group?
I would say that you would have been focused enough on trying to find this stuff that just the people that you can directly see with eyeline right now, so maybe Abbott, are where you know they are.
Yeah, well, I mean, I imagine, okay. So I would come down to this area, and I would, because I don't know if anybody could hear, I'm going to nudge Lucas with my snout and do the whole dog thing where I raise a paw and straighten out my tail and point towards that set of crates.
What is it, boy?
Oh. Damn.
There's trouble at mill.
What?
Look, Lassie's trying to tell us something.
Yeah. And then I would make sure to, like, once I get to the crate that I definitely hear it, I would be kind of like scratching at it.
Oh no, that's even worse. The sport terrifies little people inside.
Here's a weird fact. Timmy never fell down the well.
I don't even know where that's from. I just know I hear that line quoted a lot.
It's Lassie.
It's Lassie.
Lassie.
So, yeah.
It was a TV show about a really smart dog.
Yep. So as Lucas walks over, let's say Finn, Trim, and Zaris, you can do this with an advantage. Make a perception check.
You said Zaris as well?
Zaris as well.
You said with advantage.
With advantage. Because you're a wolf, right?
Yes. They both sucked. Let's see here. That is going to be an 8.
13.
I got a 20, not natural.
Nice. So
Wait, what were you on?
everyone Well, yeah, because you're on the opposite side of the room. I still didn't tell you what you saw in the. Sorry, it's kind of chaotic with everyone doing their own thing on this map, except Rena. She's just hanging out by the hole.
That's fine. Just get to me whenever you get to me.
Yeah.
Because we never split up or anything.
We're tracking that I looked in the windows, so if somebody's in there, I'm sure that I'll know that somebody's in there before everything goes cooks off or anything happens, right?
Yeah. Well, you
Okay.
look into it. It appears to be an office of some kind. You do see like a writing desk in there. It doesn't appear there are no lights in there. It does seem neatly appointed. There's a neat stack of papers and there's a quill lying on top of one of them, and there appears to be like some books on the shelf towards the back. But you don't see anyone in there right now. And then Trim, you hear some things coming from over here.
How can she hear it?
How can she hear it?
Yes.
Oh,
She's in silence.
Oh, wait. Does sound go into the bubble?
you have us in a silence bubble? I didn't realize that.
No sound can be
I roll-
created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere centered on the point you choose within range.
I rolled so well, Ian.
Welcome to the sound of silence.
That was my mistake. I didn't realize sound couldn't come in.
I didn't either, actually.
Any
That's neat.
creature or object entirely inside the sphere is immune to thunder damage, and creatures are deafened while entirely inside it.
Okay, so neither of you could have made that perception check
Damn.
based on hearing. But if I want to, keep the numbers, I'll say that you saw it.
Cool.
So Trim sees some movement through the gap in the door. It appears like one of the bars across the door have been taken off.
I'm gonna tap on Abbott, note Finn, and point.
Okay, at that point, I would drop the silence spell.
Oh, I don't know. It might be better to keep it back. You're your own character, sorry.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. There's a weird background.
That's fine. Ignore me.
Okay. What did Chris get again?
I got an 8.
An 8? Oh yeah. You don't notice.
My rolls were bad. It was a natural 2 and a natural 5.
Yeah. Oh, poor baby woke up.
Oh no.
Wait, with advantage?
He was a wolf. He transformed into a wolf.
Yeah, I just meant you got an 8 with advantage?
2 and a 5.
Oof.
Plus 4 minus 1. So yeah, that's how I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you don't notice this. Trim points out to Finn. Finn drops the spell. What do you guys what do you guys do to react to seeing what you think is the bar coming off? There appears to be another bar.
I'm gonna go ahead and move behind the wall here, so if somebody comes in, I'm gonna be able to see them.
What is that weird background?
That's me, I'm sorry.
What does Trim do?
That background noise was really, but can we, like with the noise, what do I do regarding that sound/movement?
Yeah, with the bar coming off the door. There appears to be one more bar on the door.
I removed the silence spell. I moved up into the corner over here.
Yeah. So what would Trim do to react?
Come here. And I guess there and kind of peek my head to see what's happening.
Okay. No one has told Lucas or let's see.
Right.
So
I'm assuming
you're muted,
the
Chris.
squares are 5 feet.
Yeah, the squares are 5 feet for this map.
That's what I was thinking. So I can't awaken mine to him because that's only 30 feet. So
Use
What
our
is,
handy tool.
What is Lucas doing?
Lucas is looking around on the box. Yeah, he apparently didn't hear it either.
Yeah,
But I'll give you
because we've been sitting here. I didn't know if he was trying to open the crates.
Yeah, he seems to be investigating them himself. So with one bar off, I'll say that you get another perception check.
can I go and well, I'll do this right after this next perception check. So okay, we'll go ahead and do the perception check, and then I'll do something.
Is that for me as well?
That's for you, Chris.
Okay. Advantage also?
You're still a wolf.
Just wanted to make sure. That's a lot better already. So that is going to be a 19.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely see like your ears perk up and you look around the crates and you can see that the last bar is being removed and you even hear some people on the outside. They seem to be having some conversation. You can't tell what it is.
Does Lucas hear it? Like, I look at Lucas first to see if he knows.
Let's roll for him. Let's see, 1d20. No.
Okay. So I would look at Lucas and just do a low and immediately shift my gaze towards where the sound came from. And then I will dart behind here and attempt and get low, so I'm trying to be stealthy.
Right in view of the doors?
Kind of trying to peer around the side. Because when you say doors, you're referring to here, right?
No, these are the doors. The red blocks.
Oh, okay. Then I would have crouched right here. I know Lucas's icon is right there in front of me, but I would try and get like I said, in a stealth way behind that block of crates.
Yeah.
Lucas, how tall are the crates? How high are they stacked?
These crates are stacked about chest high on Lucas. They tower over you right now as a wolf.
That's fine. I didn't know if, as a wolf, if I'd be able to jump and climb up, get a little bit of advantage point if we go into combat.
Yeah, it'd be an athletics check to do it.
All right, we'll cross that bridge should we get there.
Yeah, I'd say Rena has probably wandered around these crates. It's this is an interesting place, you guys.
And that actually sounds like her too.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
And I'm gonna go ahead and try and basically meld into the shadow back here into the corner until somebody walks in and I see what they're doing.
Okay. We'll give one more opportunity to Abbott to see if he notices what's going on here. You all were close enough to get to the first one.
Alright, can you just a moment? Sorry, I'm being on a side project as well. It's the first time I've been home in, a week or a week and a half or something like that. So, alright. That is a 13 total.
13 total. Okay. Let's see. I don't think that's enough to hear them doing that from all the way across the room.
So I'm still peeking inside this room, or have I finished peeking inside this room?
You've definitely.
My next action was going to look at the door, and then if it looked like it might have a trap or something, I was going to try, climbing through the window.
Okay.
It worked out really well for me.
All right, investigate the door.
All right. That's a 13 as well.
You don't find any traps on this door, just a regular lock.
Can I very, very lightly try to open the lock or open the door? Or was my investigation finding out that it was locked?
Yeah, we'll say it included that it was locked.
Okay. What about the window? Is there like glass in the window, or is it just like a opening?
There is a glass window in there. It is reinforced, but not enough to where it would stop you, just enough to keep it from rattling out.
Okay. Is it openable?
No, it is a single pane.
Oh, okay. Well, if that was the case, then I would go and break out the thieves' tools to open that door.
What are you trying to do to open the door?
Thieves' tools.
Thieves' tools?
Pop the lock, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, so you get to do that before the next thing happens.
That is a 14 plus slave hand, right?
Yeah.
Just sleight of hand. Plus 4, so 18.
Okay. Yeah. You're able to hear the click, 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 and it opens. Okay. Now, for everybody else besides Arena, make a hide check.
Is that stealth?
Yeah. Because everyone took their action to hide.
Yeah, they're not gonna find me nothing.
I'm fucked.
A natural 20 with a plus 6, so 26.
Okay.
19. 15 plus 4.
Is this like a group thing where everybody's will come in together?
Well, I'm not sure if Abbott got a chance to hide because he was pretty busy with that lock. He didn't know about the other room. What was yours, Trin?
8.
8. Okay, Zaris?
9.
9.
Yep. I forgot as a wolf, I take the strength index of whatever creature I walk into.
And lastly, we'll roll for Lucas. Rena's not hiding. She doesn't know what's going on. Nope.
So I'm the only one hiding.
Everyone else is hiding. You're just the only one doing it successfully.
Never play hide and seek with me.
Okay, so the second bar comes off and these doors open wide. The room fills with natural light of the sun. Looking out, you can see that you are still in the center. You're still in town. There appears to be a very busy street in front of you. And in comes in several men. They appear to be pulling a cart or dragging boxes. Let's see. It's a big delivery.
Does anybody feel like this might not be the group to attack?
Yeah, that's why I think I'm fucked.
Real quick, seeing how the doors are open, can I kind of smell the air to see if I smell salt water?
Yes, you can.
Do you want me to roll for that, or do you want to just give that to me?
I would say with your sharpened senses and how strong the smell is normally, you were able to see it.
You mean I'm able to smell it?
Yes, you are able to smell the salty air.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm staying where I'm
Zaris.
at for now until see if they see anybody else and what their reaction's going to be to it.
Well, let's roll for them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 of them right now. Let's see.
I'm so screwed.
Let's see.
If they're not actively searching for us, is there a chance that this would be on their passive perception?
You know what? You're right. So, let's see. They would be common thugs except for those two. Hold on, let me get my book.
It's okay, guys. I'm prepared for this.
I've got my book. Let's see. Their perception is 10. So, who had less than 10?
By one, that makes a difference.
Well, you'd have to get an 11.
Like I
How
had
did the book get in here?
I'm still exhausted from being revived.
Okay, so you hear Trim, you see them. You're hiding behind your crates, and Lucas and Zaris are doing the same. I see what you're trying to plan.
Who?
Whoever's got the marker.
Oh, yeah, that's me.
That'd be you. Him.
Can I recommend a sleep spell?
Would you like to go to sleep, man?
I mean, the moment I didn't prepare it, and that's the problem.
Uh-oh.
How do you not have
Well,
sleep
like,
prepared?
I don't have to prepare it. I'm just saying, like, depending on how Logan has us do this, I might not get it off before I have it. I always have it. I don't get to just choose.
Seeing
So-
how they don't notice us, can I get something off before initiative starts?
Well, as they're walking in, you do hear some conversation. It's more clear today. So it's like they're talking to each other. The appears like the two non-thugs are not saying much, but the others they're grumbling about their day. There's the two up front, the two red guys. Hold on. Boop. Yeah, the two red guys. It's like, oh, it's a big delivery today. It's like, yeah, this night's supposed to be a good one too. It's like they sound remarkably similar. It's like
They're twins.
Yeah. Did you hear? Were you part of the thing that happened? Looking around, that we aren't. He. And then he spots Trim, and then he definitely spots Lucas, and then he spots Zaris.
Trim's just like deer in the headlights, like.
Boss, boss, there's a wolf in here.
I'm gonna cast sleep if you'll let me, which hit all of them.
Wait, I thought you said you didn't have it prepared.
So I didn't know if you were gonna
It's a
make
sorcerer.
I always have it prepared. I don't get to just pick and choose when I sleep. I have to choose and stick to it.
When you level up.
Yep.
Cantrip.
So.
Okay.
Cast spells when we were. I don't remember casting spells when we were in the tunnel.
Nope. Zaris cast a cantrip. Abbott cast dancing lights. Finn used some monk abilities.
Yeah, I used silence, which was the monk.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast sleep at level 2, which is probably not enough. It might only get like one person.
Yeah. Okay. Where are you casting it? And as you're waving your hands, this guy walks forward.
Wait, how do I do the arrow? Hold on.
Now each block is a 5x5. Let's see, draw a shape. And then after this sleep spell goes off, we'll say roll initiative.
I'm gonna cast it on this door because then it doesn't hit my friend. I need that pencil. Thank you. Sorry. I need the box as well, Cooper. I apologize for my cat. I need to roll Beto. $35.
Okay. So 35. Now you do have to say it. How big is it again? It's a.
Yes, casting it on the door does not hit any of my friends, but it hits all of them.
So like your center point would be right here then. To make it, yeah.
Do you see that?
Now is it a 20-foot square or 20-foot radius?
20-foot radius. So if like you go in a circle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's huge.
I know. It's been quite a thing.
All right. Trying to. Okay, he has that much. He has that much. And it starts with the lowest first?
Yeah.
Okay. How much you get again? One more time, sorry.
35.
Hey, you could put me to sleep. If
What?
you could put me. Oh, I said, hey, you could to sleep. If you could put me to sleep.
I would put myself to sleep too. And just unfortunately that's the single person.
We'll say we'll say this image, the potion is the marker for sleep. You were able to get that one, and then you feel the spell spend its power.
Cool.
That's not
The
good.
guy falls to the floor.
Which one?
Oh no! This one, the one with the medicine on it.
Front. All right.
It's like, oh no, Frank!
He's just asleep.
The guy up front, he pulls a short sword. Zaris, make a perception check.
All right, let's see how this goes.
Do we have any, crap, what's it called? Do we have any surprise or anything like that on them?
I would say that possibly Lucas and Zaris might. Finn definitely. Rena no. And it's like you were still distracted with that door, so I don't think you would get the surprise round.
Okay.
This is just a straight roll, right?
Yeah. Well,
14.
it's more of a history check to see if you recognize.
Okay. So do you want me to roll it as a history or a perception?
Which would you guys say is better at recalling memory?
History. If
right,
he's to identify person, then perception, but just like, wait a minute, you. But if it's some way that he's heard about but never seen, then history.
He's definitely seen this person before, but very briefly.
Well, if it's history, then it's going to be an 11. If it's perception, it's 14.
Okay, yeah, you saw him yesterday. It's the guy who stabbed you. Who's just pulled the short sword.
And which one was that? The second red one? Oh, that guy up front. Okay.
And I'm not hidden, right?
No, they know that you're there. They know that Lucas is there. If you want, this will be the surprise round before initiative.
How many actions can I get off?
One. You get one action.
You get one action. Let's see here. Right. I will bark very loudly and snarl, hoping to alert Rena and Abbott.
Okay. Lucas, he shifts into a bear, not really knowing what else to do.
Fair enough.
They shout, "Oh my god!" What does Finn do? And then we'll roll initiative.
All right. All right, so this is just extra before that. I'm gonna go ahead then and cast Hex on this first screen guy.
Okay.
Now, since I've been reading all this, it says I get to choose an ability that he gets disadvantage on.
Checks, right? Ability checks.
An ability check.
What?
Mhm.
I gotta pause for a second, guys. Sorry.
You're fine.
You're good.
Well, I'll ask
Baby
everybody
stuff.
my question while you're gone then. So what exactly is an ability check? Would that be strength? Or
Yeah.
would it be a
Thing could be
skill?
considered an ability check.
So if you had an ability like ice or grease, then you'd want to do it on their dexterity. So when they had to take that test, they would have a disadvantage on it.
Okay. So in most times, do I want to do it on dex or do
I would say strength
strength?
or dex is a good one because strength would make it to where like they can be easily grappled, they can be easily knocked prone.
Okay.
Rarely is that going to be a saving throw. Typically, it's a check.
Okay.
Yeah, based on what we normally use, I would say strength, dex, or wisdom.
Now, if I had a bunch of spells that had different checks, then it'd be best to do whatever that ability check was.
Here's the thing: is a lot of times with spells, it's going to ask you to make saving throws rather than checks. So that's where it gets really annoying. Because I would love for you to make it to where they can't use strength saving throws, but
Right.
well, while we're waiting on him, I'm going to grab me some water.
I'm gonna step outside real quick. I'll be right back.
I'm trying to add downloadable music to my iTunes.
iTunes is still functioning?
Yeah, apparently.
Because I thought they removed support.
I've got an iPhone, so
Oh, I thought they removed support for iTunes
For
like years ago.
that's news to me. But what do I know? I don't. Well, how do I put it on an iPhone then?
I think you can just drag it to a folder now. That I think I'm not positive, but I think they got rid of actual iTunes a number of years ago. They just stopped supporting it. But,
Damn.
But that because
I know that.
you used to have to activate your iPhone in iTunes. And then once they went away with that, they kind of went away with iTunes altogether.
I think you're right. Whoa, what do I have?
Or you going to make it?
No, I'm really tired. I had to go. I'm not really like a coffee drinker, and I had to go and get like coffee this morning.
I hope you're able to get a better night's sleep tonight.
Thank you. I hope so too. It will help if I actually like sleep.
Like, what do you mean? Like, are you like, is something happening that keeps you up, or is it that you fall, like you lay in bed, but you?
Second one, but I think it's like an anxiety about work. So like not wanting to go to work means I don't want to go to sleep because plausibly not going to sleep means I don't have to go to work. That's how that works.
Yeah.
Totally makes
Tried
sense.
meditation before?
Say that again.
Have you ever tried meditation before?
Technically, I think some of the things I do can be considered that. I also sometimes take melatonin, which is probably what I will do tonight.
If you want to, after this game, I can walk you like in a private chat through therapeutic meditation that I use with my clients. Because I have a lot of clients that struggle with nightmares, and so because of that, they have trouble going to sleep. Every client that's utilized this, I shouldn't say every, but a massive majority of my clients do utilize therapeutic meditation, report that they're able to ease into sleep a lot more easily.
Huh. I might take you up on that.
Yeah, I might want to ask you about your sleep hygiene and see how that is, and see if maybe there's anything we can do to tweak it that might make it better.
It's probably not great.
That's what I get from a lot of people. It's one of those things I wish to teach in school, so that way people can know.
Yeah. I mean, having moved here, I don't spend all my time in my room. I come out and spend all my time in my living room.
That's good. That's what you should do.
Yeah.
Because to the best of your ability, you should use your bedroom only for sleeping and for like very little stuff.
Yeah.
Huh, weird.
cats
I
don't
don't even
like
use my
to-
bedroom for sleeping.
The cats don't like to hang out with me in the bedroom, so I come out.
Good. Perfectly fine.
If they hung out with me in the bedroom, I would not be able to probably claim the same, but so far, so good.
Now, if you use your bedroom only for sleep, and especially like part of sleep hygiene is getting like a really good routine going. So just for example, for myself, at 8:30 is when I brush my teeth. Whenever I get done, I'll lay in my bed and read for about 30 minutes to an hour. Then I'll lay down, and then I typically, I want to say 8 out of 10 times, I'll be able to just fall asleep really easy. Because what happens is our brains are wired for what's the word, patterns. So when we, once we get to 8:30, our brain's like, oh, I know what's supposed to happen next. I'm supposed to be getting ready for bed, and it starts releasing melatonin on its own to make that happen. It's the same kind of thing that happens like when we were in school in a class where you would like typically go to lunch. Most kids will say once they get to that class, they start getting really hungry. It's because their brain says, I know that soon I'm going to have to eat, so I'm preparing you physically for the food you're about to give me.
Yeah.
I'm sure David will agree with me. I was in the military. I can sleep anywhere.
Right?
And then there's also, not being on your phone at night.
Yeah.
Because of the blue.
That's like my biggest problem is when I like start dreading work, I'll start doing things to put off sleep. So I'll
Yeah.
hop on my phone. And then like I'm also like on the phone with Quinn because he's 2 hours behind.
Sure, blame it on your partner. Take all the blame off you.
It's not his fault. It's just because I don't want to hang up.
Yeah, I get that. And then also
Yeah.
another one would be making sure you go to bed at the same time every night, regardless of if you have work the next day, and getting up
Yeah.
roughly the same time every morning, regardless of if you have something to do or not, because
Nope, screw that.
your body in that habit.
I like to sleep until 9 though.
That's great if you do that every day.
I wish I could do that every day. I feel like when it comes to actually finally falling asleep, I have like good practices. Like I learned that like there are different things I picked up that like by myself that are actually good practices. Like I have a good way of clearing my brain of clutter.
Yeah.
And then I tell myself a story to fall asleep, which sounds silly, but I've been doing since I was very young.
Yeah. Not at all. I think that's absolutely like really good. Yeah, like I said, after this D&D session, if you want me to, I'll walk you through some of that therapeutic meditation. And simple, it's easy, and especially if you use it before you go to bed, because it already puts you in that relaxed state. So it's really easy to go from this already relaxed state to just turning over and falling asleep.
Cool.
And it also will help out with like other things. Like you could use it for anxiety, depression, panic, stuff like that.
Thank you.
Yeah, not a problem.
I use the military version of that. It's where you just take it and bottle it up and then don't bother with it for the next 30 years. Eventually it turns into cancer and they literally cut it out of you. Problem solved.
That sounds like a problem.
Yeah, that's why it's problem solved on the end. No, honestly though, that's a really bad method of dealing with stuff, I know. So I don't do that. But making jokes about it makes me feel better. So
Yeah, I got a lot of military clients. They practically do the same thing.
yeah, I know making jokes about shit like that is actually technically a defensive mechanism.
Yep.
So it's kind of even more funny. But
it does have some good things because it is able to make those dire things seem less scary. And if we focus on the less scary aspects that allow people to joke about them, then we're able to utilize that in therapy as a way of kind of easing ourselves into tackling them before we really dive down into the depths of it.
yeah.
It's easier to take a mountain one step at a time rather than trying to jump up it.
Yep. My dad actually has his favorite saying is ain't no mountain to a mountain climber. You tackle it one step at a time.
Yep.
But Ian, you're right about iTunes, except at the same time it says it still technically exists and like it's weird.
It exists, but they're not updating it or anything like that.
Yeah. They like shifted it into a different thing so that you can still like have the stuff on iOS, which is all I want. I just want like I bought this outside of iTunes because I bought an album, like a big ones. LP, vinyl, that one. And it had a digital download because I want to be able to listen to it in my car because it doesn't have a CD player, which is stupid. And it doesn't want to go into my iTunes.
Oh, I've got multiple cars without CD players or anything.
I don't like it.
And then my Cadillac has one. Actually has a CD player someplace in it. I'm not exactly sure where.
Is there like a CD changer in it?
I don't know.
Check the trunk because I know somebody that had a car that had a multi-disc CD changer, and the person installed it in the trunk.
Well, I used to have. It might have been the Ford ZX2 that I had a long time ago that had a factory installed CD changer in the trunk.
Mm-hmm. Ford was infamous for doing it. A lot of aftermarkets would be either in the trunk or in the glove compartment or under the passenger front seat.
Actually, I think for my Cadillac, the CD player, the slot for it is in the glove box. I think it actually is.
Yeah. That was a pretty common one to do just because it's like, oh, nobody uses this anymore anyways. So,
Yep.
Why are you like this? Not you guys. Sorry.
I know that was harsh.
I'll say, I think I already explained that away through the military and firefighting, but
Cooper's knocking stuff off the table.
my cat's just refusing to leave my lap. Every time I try to get up or move, I get new scratch marks on my leg.
Well, I've got one here. Then I've got one down there. And another one waiting. Oh, she was waiting over there.
Way down she goes.
We have a cat here that belongs to my friends that they're convinced that if I ever move out, that the cat has to come with me. Because no matter where I go in the house, it'll follow. And if it's sitting on a counter and I'm talking to somebody, it will reach its paws out to try and get my attention.
Oh, and we've got another one out there.
Cooper's on the table. Oh, here. You'll get to see my messy house. There's the Cooper.
Aww.
And there's Diane on the little serving tray.
Well, you can kind of see the pool from here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. Does anybody want a snake?
A what?
A snake?
No.
No.
A friend of mine that's trying to get rid of a boa.
Definitely not.
I know a friend in Pennsylvania who probably does. I don't know if that helps,
Do you
though.
travel down here?
No, I don't think she would
Pick it up.
travel.
I'll pay for it all.
I don't think she would travel down here.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Speaking of Pennsylvania, hockey officially picked up, so I'm excited. Stanley Cup starts, I think, actually it started tonight.
What's your team?
I root for the Predators and the Golden Knights, and Seattle just announced that they have the Krakens. So I'm probably going to root for them just because they're like the rookie team for the next year.
Fair enough.
Vegas won my heart with just, their opening shows are absolutely amazing. Predators are close to home, and I also root for the Penguins, so I was really happy that the Penguins won the Stanley Cup.
Quinn's a New Jersey Devils fan. I don't watch sports, so anybody in my life who supports a team is just the team I then support.
My dad is really big into basketball and football, and I remember when I was growing up, he watched any sport as well. Like he would watch baseball, NASCAR, basketball, and football were his favorites. He always watched. And my brother picked up on that. My brother's really big basketball fan. But I can't stand them. Like, I don't like the sport. I never did. So I found it was really entertaining. And so I got into it. So I will have more people into it. Like, I couldn't tell you individual position teams that have.
I don't know what's happening. I think it's David's fan again, but I lost a lot of that.
Basic Jesse, brother, super sports nut. I like hockey because they didn't like hockey. I still kind of like hockey.
Mute you,
but
or mute me.
I can't, like, I couldn't tell you team, like, individual people on a team or anything like that.
Fair enough.
I go for Tampa Bay because Tyler Johnson's on Tampa Bay, and he used to play for the hometown team, Spokane Chiefs. And then Tampa Bay came down there. He was one of the few that wasn't he's one of the, or Tampa Bay was one of the few places that took a chance on a guy that was small, and then he played, and he's been there for quite a few years.
Okay.
But, you know, coming from Washington State, you know, where they have the Pacific League of the WHL, well, in fact, my son still has hockey skates. Of course, they don't fit him, but he was doing a little tiny learn how to play hockey type stuff before we moved over here.
Yeah, I always wanted to learn, but my mom raised me, my brother alone from the time I think I was 11. So we did not have any money, and there wasn't like a local E-Town hockey team. I think we would have to travel all the way up to Louisville.
Well, and that's the problem. We came down here, and I think we went up there a few times, and but it was too far because it's on the other side of Louisville for the hockey rink.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the only thing that I felt, and just the finances, because hockey equipment is expensive.
Oh yeah, we still have a full set for somebody probably 6 years old.
Yeah. Then I also wanted to do martial arts as a kid, but we couldn't afford that, so that was the only bummer. But then I found marching band and was able to sneak that in because it was a school thing.
But yeah, we used to go to hockey games all the time in Spokane and all that. So
I have never been to one.
No,
never been to a live hockey game. Really want to.
I don't think I have been either.
Yeah. Live action sports I've ever gone and enjoyed. I've been to football games, baseball, soccer, literally everything else. Hockey's the only one I've actually been going and watching.
Now, out of all those years living in Washington State, I've been to 3 Seahawks games and 0 Mariners games.
I've been to my school football games in high school and my one homecoming game in college.
I don't know if it counts to a lot of home games in high school and college because I was forced to go.
Does it count if I was in the marching band?
Yes.
That's why I'm asking, because that would be my reason for going. I never went voluntarily. I did the football and the basketball games because I was in pep band and marching.
That's the only reason I went to the football games. Same way.
What was that?
I was agreeing with Chris. I was saying that that's the only reason I ever went to any of the footballs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was for marching band.
Even like now, whenever like my dad watches games, I always got aggravated when they would cut off right before the marching bands take over. So I want to see the show. mean, we do the halftime stuff for the Super Bowl. Why not do the halftime stuff for all the other football games?
I keep bugging Jaden to find out about when U of L band starts, and he hasn't.
That's a tough one.
Well, it's not what he wants to. He doesn't want to do college band because all they play is football style marching band. But since DCI was closed down, I'm like, well, it's an extra $500 too towards his tuition. So
yeah. I mean, even though, like, I can say maybe tech-wise it is a little boring. And honestly, with U of L, because I went to Camelsville. So the major difference between U of L and Camelsville as far as marching band is the big state schools, they change up their show a lot.
Yeah.
Camelsville, we did the same show like every game for 1 year. Like I remember 1 year we did what's that band called that plays September? Earth, Wind and Fire.
Earth, Wind and Fire.
1 year we did like there was a Michael Jackson show. We did a little bit of Thriller. We do like a lot of really cool shows because we do exhibitions for high school marching bands.
Yep.
So we did we kept the same stuff. Now, granted, because we were college, we did lots of simple forms to start off just so we could get it on the field. But then once we got that down, then we changed it up and put things out. So I can get where he's coming from, but I would just continue to encourage him. If nothing else, when he gets older, he could probably get a job at a high school where he can teach kids to do the stuff he wants them to do.
Well, that's partially what he wants to do. He wants to be a visual tech, but that's only part-time.
Yeah.
Marching band for, DCI and high school is only basically part-time. You've got WGI wins now in the winter time, but it's still pretty much part-time until you're talking big money, big league type stuff.
Yeah. Well, even then, like I know, and he can still become an instructor and work full-time. Because I know at my school, our first instructor, his name was, and he worked for Central Hardin, North Hardin, John Hardin, and East. So he covered 4 different percussion groups all year. Now, he only did marching percussion for Central and I think one other school. But the rest, he was just for year-long percussion.
Yep.
So if he could probably do something like that if he can get the right credentials and find the right schools that'll pay him.
Well, no, he just wants to do the visual stuff.
Then you are looking at just like a part-time gig.
Yeah, to where he's going for information security for computers.
Gotcha.
So have the real job and then the part-time until he gets to the point.
Yeah.
In fact, he's supposed to classes start up there on like the 17th or something like that.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a drink.
This will take that's a heads up. Nice. And it works moderately well. The idea is that it's supposed to be designed with macro stuff in it, so it will capture light and make not reflect, aka you get black. Um, I am using it to paint some of my models, but the problem is it's an ultra matte color, and trying this out to see if it works or not. With black 2.0 and 1.0, get extremely thick of obvious of what it is and was. To thin it out and put on the multiple color coats to hopefully get the result that I wanted on these models. But that means I have to like clean that for the airbrush on a more regular basis, and this stuff is messy. So I have to go and clean stuff out of the sink, and I'm hoping that I can ultimately get all the crap I so my sink ruined from doing all this stuff.
In fact, speaking of marching band, I just got a super secret text today that said that the director's working on getting the show together, and he's asking how much money is in the account so we can work up a budget. And I told him, I said, "Oh, we're broke. It's got to be small."
Sure, every band is doing that.
But that's okay because we got like 20 grand in the bank.
Okay.
Competition can only go there.
Well, if nobody has something to do tomorrow, we're giving away a $2,400 jackpot on a Donkey Derby.
Well, I suddenly wish I didn't have plans, but I do.
What did you do? Donkey Derby?
Donkey
Okay,
Derby.
so the racing donkey.
It's a horse race pull tab.
Gotcha.
This is really random, but my sister just texted me to say she doesn't need surgery, which is pretty thrilling.
Did you know that she might?
Yeah, she she got in an accident like years ago. How old is she? Over 10 years ago. So it's been over 10 years. She was playing basketball, had some injury. Originally, the doctors wanted to ignore it, but essentially she chipped a bone or a piece of bone off near her thumb and had to like wear a brace for a long time, and she still doesn't have like great movement in it. And she's lately, like in the past 5 years, been having weakness in her wrist. And we thought it just had something to do with that. So finally, like she's at the doctor's and she mentions it. And it was just because it was like she experienced an episode in relative proximity to the doctor's. And the doctor was like, we should get that checked out, because she tried to bring it up years ago originally with like the doctor she originally saw about her hand. And he told her that she shouldn't be having those pains anymore and she was just making it up.
Yeah, because people like making shit up.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I will say I hear that a lot more often than I would like to.
I know. So, it doesn't help that she's like a preteen kid at the time.
Yeah.
But like, it's also just one of the, like, she played violin. She did all these things that she wouldn't make that up because it actually hurt her doing those things.
Yeah.
So they went and saw a doctor recently, and it turns out she's just had a cyst in there that we don't know how long it's been there, probably a while. And they were really worried about like how to get at it, and if they did do surgery, was it on a nerve because it was causing pain?
Mhm.
So they saw the professional today. They got it checked out, and it's actually on top of everything enough that they don't even need to do surgery. And instead, she got a cortisone shot. I don't know what that does, but I'm glad she doesn't need surgery.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Cortisone shots basically just block the receptors for pain. And so you have to be really careful with them because you won't feel it hurting, but you'll end up making it worse. So I'm a big fan of them. Well, myself, we were in Iraq. He got one shoulder, and the doctor or the surgeon was like, "Yeah," because our quote unquote doctor was a orthopedic surgeon. So literally a bone doctor. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the shot because, well, we're in the middle of the desert, so don't make it worse. And so the soldier on his way.
Oh, that's not very relieving.
Well, like as long as you don't make it worse, it does as far as like pain management. It doesn't actually do anything to fix the issue.
I'm wondering maybe if, man, I don't know. I'll have to call them tomorrow. They just messaged me.
I don't mean to like download or anything like that. But
well, I didn't quite know what that was supposed to mean because, like, I don't know. Maybe it's to hold her over not to do surgery now.
see, that makes sense because that makes it still function on a daily basis without any pain or any issue.
Yeah. I know, because I know it was bothering her a lot. The problem is like if she were to have surgery now, she has to quit her job because she wouldn't recover to do anything. And then like she goes to school in August, which is like she goes to school in less than a month. There we go. That might be what the problem is. I don't know.
Yeah, it does help with pain management and everything. So uh, as long as she's doing anything to make it work, then she'll be fine. It won't bother. If it kind of gets pretty fast as well, mentally, your body's like, oh, this is hurt. You do a little bit more, and then you do a little bit more, and a little bit, and then make it worse because you're using it.
I got that music into iTunes.
Good.
Yeah. So now I'm just trying to put it on my device.
Sucks that that sleep spell only got one.
Got one. Yeah.
If I wasn't a wolf, I was actually planning on doing spike growth. That would have at least made the terrain around all of them to where they would start off suffering damage. But there's an ability to utilize.
I think we're done now what this would have done to us if it had been so.
Did that. Hi, Bodo. Bodo. Do you think if like it wasn't for COVID, we'd actually hang out and do things that weren't just?
Are you talking about us as far as like a society, or us as far as a D&D?
As a D&D group, but also like do things that aren't just.
So sorry about that.
It's not Logan.
The short of it is Anderson didn't poop today and he pooped. So he was very upset. And I thought he would, self-soothe like normal because like he does wake up occasionally.
Yeah.
And just, if we give him 10 minutes, he'll go back to sleep.
Right.
But anyway.
You rolled a 1.
Let's see. Now we only have like 45 minutes left. Trying to rebuild the momentum here. If we want to keep going, we certainly can.
Do it.
I feel like I'm going to be distracted. There's some other stuff going on. Hope's not feeling well.
We can end for tonight if that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
I feel like a bad DM if I do it, but sorry.
You're a dad and husband first.
I will take a person who chooses to be a bad DM to be a good father and husband any day.
Okay. All right. Sorry. We'll kick off with